Hello, everyone. Today I'm teaching on Jesus as the living water from John chapter 4. There is a billboard that says, "It is not the destination that is important, but the journey." Many times we are so focused on our goal or destination that we forget to enjoy the journey. The Christian life is often called the Christian walk, and you are encouraged to walk with God. The thing about any journey or walk is you will get thirsty. So you are encouraged to thirst for Jesus in your daily devotions. Jesus offers you living water. You say, "What is living water?" Let me tell you in John chapter 4. Jesus left Judea and departed into Galilee, but he needed to go through Samaria. So he walked with his disciples on a journey to Galilee and went through Samaria. Samaria was a region that most Jews avoided if possible. Some would actually walk all the way around just to keep from going through it. The Samaritans were a people who started out as Jews but then married Gentiles. So the Jews were prejudiced against the Samaritans. But Jesus wasn't. When he came to the city of Samaria called Sychar, near the plot of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph, now Jacob's well was there, and Jesus, therefore, being tired from his journey, sat down by the well. It was about the 6th hour. So Jesus rested at Jacob's well. Wells were very precious and were named after the person who dug it. Water was also very precious because it was in short supply. Wells were considered a place of community gathering. People would normally collect water for their families and flocks early in the morning or later at night when it wasn't quite so hot. They would collect the water in large clay pots, which were filled. When they were filled, they were very heavy. Jesus and his disciples were tired, so they stopped to rest. The disciples went into town to buy some food while Jesus remained at the well. A woman of Samaria came to draw water, and Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink," for his disciples had gone away in the city to buy food. Then the woman of Samaria said to him, "How is it that you, being a Jew, ask a drink from me, a Samaritan woman? For Jews have no dealings with Samaritans." So Jesus asked the woman of Samaria to give him a drink. She was surprised because, one, Jews have no dealings with Samaritans, and two, men are not supposed to talk to women if they're not their wives. But Jesus is different. Jesus breaks social taboos. Jesus goes against the status quo. Jesus spoke to the Samaritan. Jesus spoke to the woman. Jesus came to bring healing and freedom. Jesus came to bring salvation. Verse 10, Jesus answered and said to her, "If you knew the gift of God and who it is who says to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." So Jesus tells her that he is the gift of God. Jesus tells her that if she understood this, she would have asked him for a drink. Jesus told her he would give her living water. Jesus sparked her attention, and she desired it. Verse 11, the woman said to him, "Sir, you have nothing to draw with, and the well is very deep. Where then do you get this living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us the well and drank from it himself, as well as his sons and his livestock?" So the woman was confused. She did not quite understand that Jesus is talking in spiritual terms. She says he has nothing to draw water with, and so she doesn't understand how he can get this living water. She wonders if Jesus thinks he is greater than Father Jacob, who gave them the well. She is like many people today who are caught up in their culture and tradition. Many people think their way is the right way, and so they don't listen to others. Verse 13, Jesus answered her and said, "Whoever drinks of this water will thirst again, but whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him will never thirst. For the water that I shall give him will become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life." So Jesus told her that whoever drank this water from the well would be thirsty again. There are many things that people do to satisfy themselves, but they have to keep going back over and over again. Jesus tells her whoever drinks the water that he will give her will never thirst. Jesus says the water he will give her will become a fountain inside of her, springing up into everlasting life. Jesus is describing the ongoing work of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit works in us to continually refresh us. The ongoing work of the Holy Spirit keeps springing up inside of us, refreshing us, encouraging us, renewing us, and strengthening us over and over. Verse 15, the woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water that I may not thirst, nor come here to draw." So the woman was very interested and eager for this living water. She longed to be filled with this living water. She desired more of Jesus. She wanted the living water. And she represents many broken and wounded people who long for Jesus, but they don't know it. The world is a lonely, desperate place. People suffer from broken relationships and loneliness and heartache. People suffer from hurt feelings. They suffer from physical, mental, and verbal abuse. They need the Lord. They need healing. They need comfort. They need the living water. There is a longing in the human heart and soul for God. Nothing else can satisfy. People try drugs and sex and alcohol. People buy things trying to find happiness, but it eludes them. People work overtime trying to pay their bills and achieve success, but it never seems to be enough. People need the Lord. People need living water. Nothing else will satisfy. People need the Lord. People need living water. People need to be washed of their sins. People need to be cleansed and saved from their sins. People are longing for more of Jesus, but they just don't know it. People are longing to be filled, and they don't know where to get the help. All they know is emptiness without Christ. All they know is desperation. Jesus invites all you who are weary to come to him, and he will give you rest, and he will give you living water. Jesus offers you peace now for all eternity. Jesus offers you living water, refreshing water, holiness and cleansing. Jesus offers you freedom and hope. Do you know someone who is hurting, lonely, depressed, frustrated, who needs living water, who needs Jesus? Will you tell them about Jesus? Will you share your testimony with them? Will you invite them to drink living water? Please invite them to drink living water.